For cheap PoE currencies, visit aoeah.com. Check the link in the description. You get 3% off with the code ARIAD. Hello and welcome everybody. The Ranger has become my absolute favorite so far, and as expected, it is also clearing the endgame content quite efficiently. I was able to continue running maps right where I have stopped with the monk, so I have been running through all map levels up to 15 very easy. In this update, I'll show you how I have prepared my Ranger for the endgame. The starter build is focused on keeping things affordable and demonstrating that it works fine even with cheap items. But for our endgame gear, we can of course spend some more currencies. Let's start with the skills. For Lightning Arrow, I've now added Martial Tempo, Lightning Infusion, Primal Armament and Mobility. Combined with the Ascendancy node, we get a total of 60% reduced movement speed penalty while firing lightning arrows. Longshot and Rising Tempest would do great here as well, or maybe Innervate. So different options here for the 5th gem as soon as you can afford a perfect Jeweler's Orb. Of course you could decide to put out Martial Tempo or Mobility to get more damage at the cost of attack or movement speed. For Ice Shot, I've simply added the support gem Scatter Shot, but to be honest, I hardly use that skill. But I have added a new attack to my arsenal, the Lightning Rod. The arrows stick into the ground and trigger shock explosions when our lightning projectiles chain with them. I use them to boost my damage against elite monsters and bosses. Here I got Lightning Mastery, Acceleration and Neural Overload. The Lightning Rod can also be very useful in the early game. I did without it and progressed very fast anyway, but I could have saved some time at the boss fights. For the Heralds, I've slightly adjusted the gems. Herald of Thunder now has Concentrated Effect and Elemental Focus. Herald of Ash now uses Cannibalism, and Herald of Ice has Clarity. Additionally, I've included Wind Dancer, which boosts my evasion rating. Overall, the build is still quite minimalistic, but I just like that. It's simple to play, it's very cheap to build, so you get quite a powerful build for low currency. Feel free to add any skills you like. Of course, a gear update was necessary. By the end of Act 3, I started updating my equipment. On the bow, we are looking for as much lightning damage and physical damage as possible. The most popular bow type is the dual string bow, as it fires 2 projectiles simultaneously. Additional useful affixes include increased elemental damage, attack speed and skill levels. A nice dual string bow can be expensive. I got this one for just 1 divine orb. As the weapon is the base of our damage, you can also spend more here. But if you can't afford a nice dual string bow yet, you can also pick any cheaper type for the first. We need armor pieces with evasion rating, aiming for maximum resistances and additional life. You will need some spirit on amulet or body armor, and increased mana regeneration is very helpful as well, since skills become more expensive at higher levels. On the gloves, we want to have attack speed and movement speed for the boots. On the quiver, aim for attack speed, projectile skill levels, bow skill damage and flat damage to various elemental types. In total, we want to inflict all different elemental ailments. In the passive tree, I just continued as planned, then moved to tenfold attacks and killer instinct. Conservative casting is also nice to have, and there is a strong lightning cluster on the right side of the tree. In the lower section, you'll find interesting nodes like Maiming Strike or Catalysis. With the gameplay, the key to success is your movement. Stay in motion while shooting, so the monsters can't attack you properly. When facing ranged attackers, just strafe aside while shooting, and they will be no match either. The arrows have an enormous range, allowing us to attack enemies as soon as they appear on the screen. For speed clearing, it is important to identify dangerous monsters quickly to stay safe. You can aggressively push through masses of weaker enemies, but when facing dangerous elite packs with nasty mods, backtracking becomes an option. In general, you stay safe by moving and strafing. Rushing through the maps to tier 15 was no big deal at all. The kill speed just felt as overpowered as within the campaign. Feel free to try out different variations. There are lots of options with the support gems and the passive tree. I say goodbye, take care, and may the loot be with you.
Fury!
Follow me. Come on. Thank you. Bye.